On today's show,
we discuss D-Wade's flashback game winner and Commissioner Silver's memo to teams about tanking.
The Harlem Globetrotters join us on set to play a game of Flash or Trash.
And in an Oscars edition of Crossfire, we debate this season's Best Supporting Player.
It's Wednesday, February 28th. The starter starts now.
Good evening, Sweet World, and welcome to The Starters, presented by Jack Daniel's Tennessee Honey. Whether you're joining us live right now on NBA TV, watching later on YouTube, listening to the podcast, we're happy to have you. I'm Jay Skeets, and alongside me, as always, that's Tess Mellis.
Thank you for joining us.
2 is right, the international man of mystery, taking it to the max, Lee Ellis.
Friend.
Lily, and last, certainly not least, over yonder, that is the bearded one, that's Trey Kirby.
Hey,
Yo! Trey, what's up, man?
Well, I'm here at the internet looking for your best tweets at hashtag the starters. And speaking of tweets, imagine my surprise when I woke up this morning and saw Lee Ellis tweeting out life advice like a regular Dr. Ozzy. It started when he got a question about shooting, of course. Hey, Lee, I got a question. As a shooter, how do I break out of my slump? My league starts tonight, and in pickup games, I've just been off and can't get a string of buckets to fall, to which Lee responded, just keep shooting, bruh. But that's not all. He got another question. I don't really want to play basketball since I'm fantastically out of shape and uncoordinated. My knee's a mess, but I just want to go in a gym and shoot some free throws and listen to music. I blame/credit Lee Ellis, to which Lee responded, do it, man. You'll feel great. I'm unbeaten when shooting in the gym by myself. Never missed a game winner either. All of this brings us to today's question. What other life advice do you want from Lee Ellis? This is the man that taught us that 90% of dancing is in the face, to always eat a steak before a big decision, and to always be wary of trapped wind. He knows what he's talking about, so send us your questions to hashtag the starters. What life advice do you want from this guy? Send us your best tweets.
All right.
Starters, we'll hear from you later.
Ask your questions. He's got all the answers. All right, we got a fun show tonight. The Harlem Globetrotters are going to join us live in studio. We have an Oscar-themed edition of Crossfire. We got Lee's very solid play and some advice, hopefully, from Lee later to all of you. But let's start with true or false. Trey, you got the questions, we got the answers. Let's do it.
Flashback! We saw a vintage Dwayne Wade performance last night as Father Prime went for 27 points, including 15 of the Heat's final 17. And oh yeah, he knocked down the game winner. And it all came on a night when Wade was honoring Joaquin Oliver, a Heat fan who was a victim in the Parkland school shooting. Guys, true or false, Dwayne Wade is still the Heat's best player?
I think that's false. I think he knows that, and that's why he's coming off the bench. He was cool coming off the bench at Cleveland. He's cool coming off the bench here. But then sometimes you get these special performances, and that's why I think it's pretty difficult for Dwayne Wade to sort of toe that line between that old Dwayne Wade in Miami and the new Dwayne Wade that can't do it every single night. Yeah. He's 36 years old, but he's in a pretty good spot here. Dion Waiters gets injured. He's beside Goran Dragic. They need shot makers on this team. But again, it's sort of that balance, that fine balance.
So you still think it's Dragic overall as an all-star still, but how cool was that Wade performance last night?
But he knows, like 2 years ago, you know, when he was there in Miami, he toed the line pretty well, and he had some awesome playoff performances, and that's all he's waiting for. Yeah. And to do it one more time in Miami is going to be gregreat.
I mean, season high 27 for Wade, 15 in the fourth. To put that in perspective, the guy's averaging like 11 points per game this year in his 36-year-old career. So I loved it. This is one of my favorite games of the year. It was a wild game, too. You had the Heat, Wade particularly fouling Ben Simmons in a tie game situation. Simmons ends up missing, you know, Wade hitting all these shots. And it was cool with the Joaquin Oliver tribute there, one of the guys that, young kids that obviously was killed in the unfortunate incident in Florida. So, I mean, all of that combined, his mom was in the house, his sister, his wife, obviously. It was cool, man. We're not going to get a lot of these left. That's the truth.
But honestly, if you're the Heat, you don't want a 36-year-old player to be your best player. No. It's okay if he can do those performances once every couple of weeks or once whenever they need them. But you talked about that with Ben Simmons. He wasn't supposed to foul him because he hit the 3 free throws prior to that. And Eric Spoelstra said he's only supposed to foul him if he was to miss one of his 3 free throws. Wayne said afterwards, oh, I didn't know that was a plan. But instead, he wanted to put Simmons under pressure, which he did. That's a veteran move there. And then he backed it up by going down the other end and hitting the game winner. So that's fine to do it once every now and again, but the Heat need to make sure that that's not what's getting them wins every night, because they're going to be in trouble then.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, though. Him coming off the bench is a smart idea because he's freshest in those fourth quarter opportunities when they do need him. Again, no waiters. Dragic should be their #1 option, but this is a team that does it by committee. We're going to see some Wade-like moments in the postseason, like we did 2 years ago. If you remember Charlotte and the Toronto series, he was special. The numbers were great, and he's going to do it again.
We'll see. All right, next one, Trey.
All right, we are in the midst of quite the tankathon right now, and the league office is watching because after hitting Mark Cuban with a $600,000 fine for talking tank, Commissioner Adam Silver sent a memo to all 30 teams warning them to play things straight. The memo says, "We have been careful to distinguish between efforts teams may make to rebuild their rosters, including through personnel changes over the course of several seasons, and circumstances in which players or coaches on the floor take steps to lose games. The former can be a legitimate strategy. The latter has no place in our game." Guys, true or false, tanking can't be prevented?
I think Adam Silver knows it's false right now because the league's trying to take measures to prevent it from happening. They're changing the draft lottery as of next season.
Right.
Because I think what's happened is Sam Hinkie's plan in Philadelphia is actually starting to pay off for the Sixers. And so other teams are going, well, hey, we've only got 1 more year left of the draft lottery the way it is. We've got to try to get that high pick. And
we've got 8 teams here at the bottom,
which is crazy.
At the top of the race, however you want to look at it. I mean, there are a lot of squads here for February to be going, hey, let's try and actively lose here. It's in our best interest.
Yeah.
And that's the truth, right? There's still an incentive for these teams to lose. It helps their chances, their odds of getting one of the high picks in what could be a loaded draft.
Yeah, it's a difficult thing to remedy, and the smoothing of those odds as they're doing next season will help a little bit. But I think this is Adam Silver's warning, basically. You can't just be that overt about it. You can't come out and say, like the Chicago Bulls are doing, for instance, and just saying, hey, Robin Lopez, you're sitting. I mean, you're an older guy. You're going to help us win games. You're sitting. This is Adam Silver's warning. I know he can't really change it mid-season, but this is it. No more overt, doing that at all. Next year,
it sounds to me like, hey, just don't talk about it.
Yeah.
Don't do what Cuban did.
No, but
don't admit to it. Don't talk to your players.
I don't think you can do this anymore. I don't think you can do this Robin Lopez thing anymore. Or like the Suns did last year, where they basically said everybody's sitting out, everybody's injured.
You think we'll see for the next couple months here teams not doing that?
No, I don't think he can do anything about it this year. Yeah. This is the last year. This is the warning, and then in the offseason they can remedy it somewhat.
Well, I think the first step is next season changing the draft lottery.
Yeah, and see how that goes.
Exactly, and then they'll be sort of building on steps, because if it continues, I think the only way you can eradicate it is threaten to take away draft picks. That's what they're doing it for, and say, if you sit too many guys, healthy scratches, the only way we can prevent you from not doing that is to say, well, you just won't get that pick. That's an extreme.
Well, we get rid of the draft lottery completely.
That's another option.
And then there's the idea of obviously having a tournament of some sorts. I mean, it's being kicked around a lot. Have all these teams that don't make the playoffs, have them in sort of like a March Madness tournament, and they're playing for the order of picks. They're playing for the #1 pick. I mean, that'd be very, very entertaining. That's a pretty radical idea. But until we get that, if there's an incentive, it's in the team's best interest to not win games right now. It's unfortunate, but they don't want, the league does not want these owners or anyone coming out saying, that's what we're doing.
Yeah.
Everyone knows it. I mean, you see the Bulls lose. You just talked about the Bulls. Great example. They're playing all their young guys. They're mixing up their lineups. They're not playing vets. They don't want to win. And then Bulls Twitter, they lose to the Nets the other night, and they go crazy. They love it. Bulls fans, fans are smart.
Yeah.
They know this is good. Hey, we might get a star with the 1, 2, 3 pick. Help our chances. Tank. This is all you see on Twitter when some of these teams that are at the bottom there blow it. And I don't think the league likes that, right?
No. And especially in the past, there's been a couple of teams doing it, but when you've got, like you say, 8 teams now sort of looking like they're trying to do it, that's basically a quarter of the league not trying to win. That's not good for business.
And I just think we should be very clear. The players are trying to win.
Yeah.
These people are the most competitive people you'll ever meet.
Well, so are the coaches, and that's why Adam Silver is specifically mentioned them. Coaches and players.
Right. Because again, you could play cards with them, flip a coin. These guys are so wired, they're so competitive to get to that level of the NBA. They're not trying to lose.
No.
But the front office, if they're coming down and saying, well, don't play our better players as many minutes, play those young guys, see what we have. I mean, there's that as well. Yeah.
That's what I think this might curb. This is the warning. This is GMs just can't say, hey, old guys, have a seat.
Yeah, maybe. All right, we got to take a break. Oh, baby. When we come back, the Harlem Globetrotters are in the building. Play a little flash or trash. Don't go anywhere.
The Starters is brought to you by Jack Daniel's Tennessee Honey, official partner of the NBA.
Welcome back to The Starters. Joining us live here in Studio V, it is the world-famous Harlem Globetrotters. Guys, thanks for joining us once again.
Thanks for having us.
Before we get into it, maybe a quick little introduction to the fans out there, left to right. Yeah, we'll start with you, Firefly.
All right, my name is Firefly. I'm from Kingston, New York. I graduated from Siena College. This is my 9th year with the world-famous Harlem Globetrotters.
Ooh, yeah. Oh, he's a vet.
My name is Torch. I'm from Reading, Pennsylvania. I'm the 16th female in a 92-year history, and I'm excited to be here today.
My name is Nate Big Easy Lofton, 13-year vet. I've been to 90 countries. I'm a 3-time Amazing Race loser, 2-time Guinness World Record holder, and I'm one of the best-looking players on the team.
Also a 2-time guest on The Starters.
And this is my second time on The Starters.
Welcome back.
I'm never coming off the bench.
Before we get into it, I got to ask Firefly, you're a big wrestling fan, right?
Yeah.
We had a debate on yesterday's show about who would be on your Mount Rushmore for wrestlers. You got 4 guys. Who are you putting on?
Hulk Hogan.
Okay.
Sure.
The Rock.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Macho Man?
Macho Man.
Okay.
Ultimate Warrior.
There we go.
love
There we
it,
go.
love
That's a
it.
good Mount Rushmore. All right. Last time we had the Globetrotters on, like we had a blast playing Flash or Trash. Because you guys usually come on these shows and you're doing the tricks. We flip it here on The Starters. We'll show you some tricks and you can decide whether they're Flash or Trash.
Let's do it.
If they're Globetrotter worthy, yeah, you throw up the Flash card. If they're not, they don't live up to your standards, they're Trash.
All right, let's do
Our
it.
first one actually happened here in the A. And one legend, Hot Sauce, taking on a fan in a little promotion down here at the Fortress. So and one just clowning this guy.
Had to guard him for 24 seconds.
Yeah, that's impossible.
Try to get exactly. This looks very, very difficult. Oh, he broke him. Well, so Hot Sauce, Flash or Trash?
Flash for
Yeah,
Hot Sauce.
yeah.
Trash the other guy.
Okay, Torch also was
I
Flash.
say
Hot
Flash.
Sauce is Flash.
Yeah,
It was-
for sure.
that was crazy. That was crazy. He got some habit.
24 seconds is a long time.
No doubt.
In the game, kids try to steal it from me for 20 seconds and they can't do it. So.
Okay.
So he's got Globetrotter potential, maybe, Hot Sauce.
Yes,
Oh,
yes,
yeah, for
definitely. Handles like that. It is tough to guard anybody for 24 seconds.
For sure.
Les is one of the greatest ball handlers.
All right, this next one is Russell Westbrook's look here. This particular look with the cutout chest here, showing off the pectoralis major. So is this look here, like Russ can pull it off, but what do you guys think, Flash or Trash?
Well, Firefly's nickname is Euro Sexy.
Euro sexy.
He's been wearing the tight clothes since like 2008 before it was in style. So I'm gonna let him go first.
He's going Flash for sure.
You know what? I'm a big fan of how he dresses because he can pull it off.
All right, he can pull it off.
I noticed when you said you were one of the best looking on the team,
Yeah.
Firefly said, how about this guy?
Probably best dressed. He's probably the best looking.
Yeah, I was
I'm
gonna
saying
say,
one
by
of.
far.
Smart.
Torch, what do you
What
think?
you got, Torch?
I'm gonna say Flash.
Okay.
I like Westbrook. It's different.
He can pull it off. He's got the
Yeah, he
confidence.
pulled it off. Yeah, for sure.
Well, for him, I would say it's Flash.
Yeah.
But, this body, I can't get in that. Them holes have been there for a reason. You don't be putting that on purpose.
Maybe you caused those holes.
Yeah, I created those.
All right, our next one here. This was a fan down, sitting courtside of a Pistons game. Now, I don't know if he knew the camera was on him, but he's got the fidget spinner
Oh, he's getting it.
going on the forehead.
Getting it.
Is that Flash or Trash? Yeah, some nice control there. What do you think?
That is definitely Flash.
Okay, Flash.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
that's
like I look like Scooter, one of our teammates. He got the Guinness World Record for spinning the ball on his nose and his head.
I was gonna say, can any of you three do the spin on the face, on the nose? No,
Not this
Scooter. I said Scooter.
I know you said
He's flying in from Australia right now. You just missed it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Scooter's the pro of doing that. yeah.
That's his trick. Okay, this next one is never seen before footage.
Okay, I like this.
Never. This is our producer, Matt Austin. During a corporate photo shoot, he was tossed a ball and he was asked us to do something with it, and this is what he did.
Catching it with the back of his hand.
And we've got one more shot here.
What you trying to do, Matt?
What is he doing?
Maybe he was
trying
told
to end the roll.
dropped it.
Trying to go around the world. They're
Let
around
me
the
let
arm.
me show you what that ball exactly was.
Yeah. Okay.
He was trying to interroll.
Yeah.
There you go. I think, but it looked like,
Yeah.
I don't know, like he was having an episode or something.
Tell it like
Big
it
Easy.
is.
Don't worry about it.
Okay, try. I tried to clean it up, but it was dumpster.
All right, we were looking for something that would surely be trash. That's why we put this in here.
You're not going to believe that, but our producer, Matty O there, he didn't want us to put that clip in the show.
I wonder why.
We got it in. We got it. All right, a couple more here. This one was actually from All-Star Weekend, where we were just there. I got a chance to try out sort of for the Milwaukee Bucks rim rockers. Here I come. That is me.
Oh.
Okay? Never. You can be brutally honest with me. Flash or trash me with the rim rockers?
Go ahead.
You go. I'll go last.
All right. I'm impressed.
Okay.
All right. We have something called the Flying Globies. When you come to our game, they do exactly the same thing, but they're much better. But since that was your first time, I'm still giving you Flash.
Okay, fair enough.
Good promotion right there.
I'm impressed.
Okay.
But they're much
Flash.
better.
Yeah.
Flash on the dunks.
Yep.
Trash. Did you have on lotion? Your legs were bright.
Hey, I haven't seen the sun in a while, man. I haven't seen the sun in a while here.
Okay, all right. So we go Flash for the dunk. We got to take care of them legs.
Okay, final one. This is a Swiss Olympian riding an escalator in a different way. You've seen this before. This is incredible.
Wow. This is unbelievable.
That's beast mode.
Yeah, he goes all the way to the top and then pops up over the glass.
Now, kids don't do this.
Yeah.
Please
This
don't.
guy's an Olympian.
Please don't.
That's some ab work right there.
But, yeah, great core work. But Flash or trash for that Olympian?
Flash.
Yeah.
That would be Flash.
We should try that when we go to the airport.
Well, Flash. Not me.
Try that.
Flash. That's pretty good.
Yeah, you guys are traveling all the time. You're right. You got to take videos of you guys doing that in the airport for sure. All right. Guys, tickets to see the world-famous Harlem Globetrotters are on sale right now. The World Tour is definitely coming to a spot near you because you guys are absolutely everywhere.
Everywhere.
Check out harlemglobetrotters.com for your tickets. And Trey, you got to take the kids, and Lee, you got to take the girls out
Most stuff.
to Atlanta.
I love the Globetrotters.
Guys,
so
thank you
much fun.
so much for coming on Starters
Thank
tonight.
you. Thanks for having us.
We really appreciate it. All right, lots more.
All Flash.
Lots more still to come on the Starters tonight. When we come back, Trey and Lee go head-to-head in a special Oscar-themed edition of Crossfire. No quite anymore. Welcome to Crossfire, presented by Tissot. Here's how this works. The champ will be taking on the challenger, going head-to-head for 3 rounds. At the end of it all, I'll declare a winner. The belt, obviously, on the line. And we have a special Oscar-themed edition of Crossfire here. So grab your popcorn, boys. Let's do this. First one, your first category. Who has been this season's best player in a supporting role? Here we go.
It's got to be Chris Paul from the Houston Rockets. People didn't know how him and James Harden were going to work next to each other, but apparently the answer is perfectly. He's putting up 19 points, 8 assists in just 32 minutes. Rockets have the best record in the league, the best offense in the league. With James Harden and Chris Paul both in the starting lineup, they're 34-3. They both do the same things well, so when one of them goes off, there's no drop-off. It's been a perfect marriage so far.
Paul's a good choice. I'm going with a Paul, but actually Paul George at the Oklahoma City Thunder. He's been the perfect sidekick to Russell Westbrook. Got off to a rocky start, I'll admit that, but since then, Paul George has been rolling, became an all-star. He leads the league in steals and total deflection, so he's doing it on the defensive end. Also shooting incredibly well from 3. 3rd in threes made in the league at over 40%. Cooled off a little bit since the All-Star game. The Thunder are back on track, and a lot of it is to do with Paul George's two-way play.
Pick your Pauls in right
Great
here.
start. Yes, Paul versus Paul. I like it. All right, our second category goes out to John Williams and Hans Zimmer. What's been this season's best original score? Here we go.
I'm going with Andrew Wiggins, game winner for the Minnesota Timberwolves against the Oklahoma City Thunder earlier this season, because it looked like the Thunder had won this game. Wiggins off the inbounds, runs down, gets a beautiful, somewhat dubious screen there from Karl Anthony Towns. He had to bank it in. They go on to win that game. That was a fantastic moment for Wiggins. I'm going with that one for
Yeah, but we've seen weird half-court shots go in to win games before. Give me Luke Kennard's ping-pong layup as the best original scorer this season. He's driving down the court, gets knocked out from behind. The ball gets batted around 5 times, goes off 2 different faces. He still has the presence of mind to somehow turn this into a left-handed layup. We're not going to get a lot of Luke Kennard talk here on the Starters, so give him some props. This was quite the shot from old Lukey.
That was luck, though. Wiggins, he meant his.
That's why they call him Lucky Luke.
Okay. Final one here. Thanks to Nike taking over the NBA's apparel deal, we've seen a whole lot of new jerseys this season. So I want to know, who should win the NBA Oscar for Best Costume Design? Here we go.
Got to be the Indiana Pacers. They had the same boring uniforms for 12 seasons after Reggie Miller retired, but now they got some freshies, and they're all bangers. The blue and the white, they're standard looks. They look great, and they literally have cornfields on the side of them. They kept the yellow one in the mix. You kind of got to do it. I also love their racing stripe look, paying homage to the Indy 500. And yeah, they're still wearing the Hickory High jerseys, which as far as I'm concerned, are the only uniforms to ever actually be in a movie. We're talking movies here, Lee.
Good point. Good point.
I guess I can't say myself, so instead, I'm going to go with Dwayne Wade. Dwayne Wade has reached David Beckham levels of style, where anything he wears, he looks awesome. You know he's a fashion icon when middle-aged men try to dress like him. Like in this case.
Whoa!
You're well into your 30s now, Trey. You're trying to dress like Dwayne Wade. Hey, he's a cool dresser, but maybe leave it up to T-Wade from now on.
Great battle here, but the Crossfire champion, still champion, Trey Kirby, TK, takes home the belt once again.
Thank you to Dwayne Wade. I'd like to thank my manager. I'd like to thank my agent. Can't wait to hear from you.
Great win. Gotta take a break. When we come back, the second best dressed man in the entire NBA universe, Lee Ellis, gives out his very solid play. It goes Wade, then Lee.
Beal to Morris, 1 on the clock. Huge three, Bradley Beal. And the Wizards quiet the crowd.
Bradley Beal quieting the crowd there. Hopefully get some great endings tonight. And if we do, you can catch them on Crunch Time, 9:30 p.m. Eastern here on NBA TV. We asked you, what advice would you like from Lee Ellis? This man knows everything. Trey, you have a few of the best questions, I guess, for him.
Yeah, a common question we got. Well, this one comes from Steven, who says, Lee, how many bananas per week should I eat?
At least 2 or 3 a day, so that's 20 to 25. You'll feel great.
Wow!
2 or 3 a day, easy.
Wow, King wants to know, what do I pour first, the milk or the cereal?
That's an easy one, the cereal. You need to know how much you're going to consume before you put the milk in.
And my favorite, though, comes from Lindang, who says, how do you keep that tidal wave on your head in place?
Well, thanks to cameraman Rick, who actually helps me out when it starts to flop a little. He's been doing a great job, so thanks a lot, Rick.
So get your own
Get a hair spotter.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, look at this. Look at this, guys. The final night of February comes down to the final game of our pick and play. Trey and I will take the Pistons at home. Lee's got the Bucks on the road along with Tass. Tass he's fine. He ain't gonna be losing this thing. But whoever comes in last will be doing something on the show. So I guess we could technically have a tie.
Well,
at the end
you
of
and
it all.
Trey.
If Trey and I lose tonight, if the Pistons lose, then we'll have to have a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
If the Bucks lose, Lee will be doing February's Pick'em payoff. Come on, Detroit. Lily, VSP.
Yeah, going out to Cleveland here for a beautiful round-the-world visit here from the Cavs. JR misses his own shot, gets it back, and look at the ball just zip around the perimeter here, finding George Hill in the corner. You know what this is? It's a
swish bomb.
Oh, it is. That's what I call a very solid play.
Great stuff. You also buy organic bananas, too.
Oh, for sure, yeah. Don't buy them from CVS.
This guy's made of money.
All right, thanks for joining us, folks. Join us tomorrow when the show will be hosted by the Harlem Globestarters.
Embrace the night, people.